Good evening, or should I say good morning. Been working on a wee build here, I call it a Midnight Memento Build. So let's have a wee look and see what we're working with today. So, went for 2 blues, 5 reds, just because we're using the Memento backpack. So, started off with an SMG. So, generally in PvP I'll use an SMG because I'm going to be up close and personal. Can be ranging from Lady Death, Chatterbox, so on and so forth. So it's really whatever takes your fancy, whatever suits you at the time. This is why I've got 2-piece Sokolov here. So in PvE, I prefer to kind of aim with an AR. I think it's just more accurate. It's more like a laser beam compared to an SMG being kind of a wider spray. It's a bit more accurate. So what I've opted for is the FAL SA58 assault rifle here. It's 122.3 total damage, 650 RPM with 40 in the mag. We've got max assault rifle damage at 15%, max health damage at 21%, and max damage to target out of cover at 10%. The talent that I've got on here is Killer. I was actually very fortunate to get this to drop like this, and I've just actually optimised the assault rifle damage. I think it was like 14.8 or something silly like that, and I've opted it up to 15. So for the mods, we have critical hit chance on this site. We have the extended magazine with the extra 20 rounds. We've got the tactical shot grip, which comes with the firewall specialisation, gives you an extra 10% crit hit damage. We've got the muzzle brake for an extra 5% crit hit chance. Now, as you probably already know, or if you don't, crit hit chance is kind of hard to come by when it comes to an assault rifle, and this is how you'll see how I've worked out the build here. So, if I take this off just now, put on stability for example, and we go to the build, starting off with a mask, we have Seska mask, max weapon damage of 15%, max crit hit chance at 6, max crit hit damage at 12%, and then a max 12% crit hit damage mod. For the chest piece, we've went for Sokolov. We've got max weapon damage of 15%, max crit hit chance at 6%, max crit hit damage at 12%, and max 12% crit hit damage mod. For the holster, the Sokolov Concern holster, we've got 15% weapon damage, 6% crit hit chance, 12% crit hit damage. For the gloves, we've went for Gruppo Sombra. We have 170,000 armour that I've rolled on there. We get max crit hit chance and 10.5% crit hit damage. For the knee pads, we have the improvised knee pads with max weapon damage of 15%, max crit hit chance at 6%, max crit hit damage at 12%, and a 12% crit hit damage mod. Now, these knee pads you can craft at the crafting station, and they do come with a mod slot, so this is why I've got the extra 12% crit hit damage on there, as you can see. Moving on from that, I'm coming to the main thing of the build. We have the Memento backpack, and I have got 170,000 armour, we've got weapon damage of 15%, and we've got the skill tier, and I've put a 12% crit hit damage mod on there. Now, for those who don't know what the Memento backpack is, you can pause the video and have a wee look here. But just to kind of have a wee relay, enemies that you kill drop a trophy on death. Collecting trophies provides both a short and long-term buff, with the first of which scales with the number of core attributes equipped in the last 10 seconds. Now, for each red core attribute, I'm going to get an extra 5% weapon damage, and as we've got an extra 5 red core attributes, that's given us 25% extra weapon damage at full stacks. Now, with the 2 blue, sorry about that, with the 2 blue core attributes, it's given us an extra 20% bonus armour, and with the skill tier on the Memento backpack, it's given us 5% skill efficiency. And for every trophy collected, we gain an additional 1% weapon damage and 1% skill efficiency, and 0.1% armor regeneration for 300 seconds. And maximum is 30 stacks. Basically, it just means 30 trophies. Now, basically, with the way that that's working out for your armor regen, you're getting 3% armor regen on the build as well. So, with that, we've also got the Scorpio Shotgun, the exotic weapon. I'd probably say it's probably the best weapon in the game at the present moment in time. You might be thinking, why am I saying that in regards to a shotgun? It's because of what it can do, and it literally stops anyone or anything in its tracks, and it gives you the upper advantage, especially in PvP. PvE. PvP, you get different stats for each pellet that hits the target. So in PvE, you'll get poison, disorient, shock, and 7 pellets will take additional damage of 20% from all sources, and the stacks no longer increase, so they have updated that. Regardless of that, it's still an amazing weapon in my opinion, and the duration of the stats effects is based on the percentage of the pellets hit on the applying shot. So before this came out, I was so excited and so buzzing, thinking that this weapon was going to be the weapon for status builds, for your Eclipse Protocol and stuff like that. So, build like this. Unfortunately, though, because the status duration doesn't get extended through the build, it's actually in regards to the pellets on the applying shot, then that is why. Now, the mods can't be changed on this weapon, it is set in stone, but as you can see with the mods, we've got 10% reload speed, 10% crit hit chance, 10% weapon handling, and 10% stability. It's an absolutely amazing shotgun. And specialisation, firewall specialisation. Now obviously in the skill tree I have got the extra 15% damage for assault rifles and shotguns, and also SMGs. Now the reason why I've got with SMGs as well, and I'm using 2-piece Circle of Concern, is just for the fact that if I get into PvP I can switch the AR out if I wanted to. Moving on from that, with the Seska you get an extra brand set bonus of 10% crit hit chance. 2-piece Sokolov gives you an extra 10% SMG damage and an extra 15% crit hit damage. Now on the chest piece talent we have Intimidate. So while I have bonus armour, it amplifies my total weapon damage by 35% to enemies within 10 metres. Now, the way that I've put this build together is Intimidate can be hard to use, and you can get absolutely shredded without a doubt. Now, obviously with that, it is fantastic in PvP because generally you are up close and personal. It is very rare for people to be sitting back and try to take pot shots and stuff like that. And hats off to the players that can. But obviously from there, as soon as you start shooting, even if it's like a sniper or whatever like that, till your position can get given away quite easily. And with the amount of skill builds and all the rest of it out there, generally no one is pulse resistant, so somebody's always running a pulse in a group, so you can get pulsed out, just to see obviously your location for a short period of time. Now obviously from there, the way that I'm running this is with the Memento, it's giving me the bonus armour for every trophy that I pick up, so it does proc the Intimidate. Obviously if I'm not within that 10 metres, then I'm not going to get that bonus damage. But the way that I've counteracted that is with putting this sort of build together that's been kind of slightly defensive at 1.1 million armour, but really offensive in regards to the damage output that this can do. Now, going on to the skills, the Hive is preferential. As much as I've been playing this game for a long time and stuff like that, it doesn't mean to say that things don't happen, you don't get caught off guard and you don't go down. So in PvE, as everybody knows, especially in console and stuff like that, when it comes to grenaders and stuff, they just seem to have pinpoint accuracy from 40-50 metres away. It makes no difference to them at all. But obviously from there, if I do get caught off guard, this is just a wee backup here. And as we've got the skill tier from the Memento backpack, we're actually at skill tier 1. So what it enables me to do is have an extra charger in there, so I can use that to revive another ally if they're unfortunate enough to go down. And then obviously I can pick the hive back up and then use the last charge for myself if required. Now, basically what I've opted for here is the striker shield, and a lot of people are not a fan of the shield and so on and so forth. However, the way that the game is set in stone just now, you're not at the capacity armor wise to be able to take a lot of damage unless you're a tank build. Now, obviously with 1.1 million armor, it sounds like a lot, but it's really not, considering the damage output of some players in PvP and the damage output in PvE, and depending on the content you do. So generally, if you're sitting in heroic or legendary, the damage output is absolutely insane. I was in a legendary earlier on, and I get hit with 4 different people, 2 grenaders, one of the Wi-Fi guys in a J5, and DUA, and they each took easily over 1 million each. Now, if that's the case, you're talking over 4 million damage from 4 different shots. It's just insane. So, regardless, even if you've got a tank build that's sitting at 2.2 million armor, you can get it to, you're still going to get smacked about. Absolutely smacked about. So, it's all about, for me, is being able to defend myself in such a way that suits my playstyle. So, moving from that, have a wee look at the stats here. So on the primary weapon for the FAL, we have, as you can see, 55 crit chance and 191.5 crit hit damage. Now, just to show, I'll go back to the primary weapon. As we done at the beginning of the video, I did change this from crit hit chance. So just to show it's absolutely bang on the money, put crit hit chance on, and we go up to 60%. Anything over 60%, as it's capped at 60, you're going to lose damage on another area, whether it be crit hit damage, headshot, so on and so forth. So basically I've got 75% headshot damage, 21% health damage with a 32 meter range, 10% accuracy, an extra 10% stability. This has came from the Keener's Watch. All weapons damage bonus 85%, assault rifle damage bonus 30%, SMG damage bonus 25%, shotgun damage bonus 15%. 1.1 million armor, basically on the button. Don't know why it's got the 0.16 at the end, to be fair, but it is what it is. Health on kill, 100,000. Health regeneration, 1,678. And just a standard across the board. Disregard that, that's just because I'm in the shooting range just now. So if I then go back to this, switch the Scorpio to the primary, we are sitting with 60 crit hit chance and the same crit hit damage, 65% headshot, 12% damage to armor, 30% reload speed, 20% accuracy, 30% stability. We've got the same stats across the board here, so 15, 25, and then with this here I've got 30% shotgun damage. Same amount of armor. And that's that. So really for that there, that's the build. Have a wee quick look here. It's got a named enemy. As you can see, right here, it's on heroic. It's as high as it can go. I've always said the shooting range should go to legendary. It'd be good to be able to test stuff like that out. So now obviously you guys are not going to be able to see the stopped trophies being dropped in the shooting range, so you no longer can pick up the trophies because people are stacking their trophies and then get into PvP with full stacks. Effectively they should just, all the stacks should cancel as soon as you leave the shooting range. That'd be so much easier, but generally I ran a mission just before I started doing this video, and the headshots that I'm getting was about 1.1 million. at full stacks for the Memento backpack, and obviously proc and Intimidate. So can't really complain for a build that's got 1.1 million armour. Even the body shot's just standard 392k in a crit, which is not too bad, and then headshot 493 in a crit. Go to the shotgun, 395 to the body, 484 to the head, 395, 484. And that's just standard without full stacks. At full stacks, this is when this build actually comes to life. It just adds so much more. You get your survivability with your armor regeneration, and also you have your medkit from Firewall, which gives you 200% health and armor healing over 10 seconds, which is pretty good. It's the best medkit in the game, in my opinion. The only thing is it's over 10 seconds. If it was immediately, then you become basically invincible. So I understand why they've done it that way. But it is still a phenomenal medkit to use. So get the shield out. 493 to the head. Slight increase. 392. Not too bad. Only 500k to the head, which is not bad. And pistol, 886 to the head for a pistol. Madness. Absolute madness. Can you imagine at full stacks? It's hitting well over 1 million. And bodies, 624. Now obviously with the pistol here, I'm just using the named TDI card custom pistol. Got the skill tier on there, and I have InSync on there as well, which I obviously crafted on there myself, and then I've just optimised the pistol damage to max 15%. So the watch is maxed out, everything's maxed out. So for those that's maybe not got a maxed out watch, my full suggestion to make your life a bit easier would be to max out your armour, max out your health, as quickly as you can, because then at least if you're on a full DPS build, then at least you'll be sitting with 726 armour is the max that you get. So that's it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the build. Leave a like, drop a sub. Peace.